hard to believe that 4 years ago at this time, I was a senior in high school getting ready to embark on the next adventure in my life, which was college. The summer going into my senior year, I came and visited W&J. From the moment I set foot on the campus, I knew that this was the place that I wanted to call home for the next 4 years. I felt like I could succeed here and hopefully get a good job because W&J is such a prestigious name. With all that being said, in October of my senior year, I applied to W&J. In fact, it was the only school I applied to. On November 2nd, 2011, I came home from school one day, saw a letter addressed to me from W&J, and the first sentence to pop out at me was, "Welcome to the class of 2016. I remember crying tears of joy because I worked so hard for this moment. After getting accepted, there was only one more thing to do, and that was to graduate high school. And obviously I did that, otherwise I would not be giving this Pecha Kecha right now. I'd probably be a high school dropout or something. Just kidding. So shortly after I graduated, I got to attend launch, which was the old summer orientation where you did all your placement testing. And at launch, I was able to meet my classmates, not via Facebook. I got to take my infamous swipe photo that I still have to this day, and I got to see the closet-sized room that I would be calling home for the next 9 months. Before I knew it, it was time to move into college, the day I looked so forward to. And not only did I have to learn to live with a roommate, but I also had to live on one half of a closet-sized room. If I could give freshman year a title, it was definitely the year of learning. My first semester, I didn't really take school seriously. I was more focused on the social aspect. I spent more time at concerts and fraternity themed parties every weekend than I did in the library with my nose in a book. So in the spring of my freshman year, I decided to go through sorority recruitment because I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself, and I also wanted to surround myself around people who would push me beyond my limits and to be the best that I could be. And I found that through Pi Beta Phi. Little did I know that these ladies over the next 3 years would become my backbone and my support and literally be the angels that would lift me to my feet when my wings had trouble remembering how to fly. I love Pi Beta Phi, if you couldn't tell. But they also taught me how to have a good time and to always enjoy every moment of college because before you know it, it's not going to last forever, it'll be all over. As the saying goes, all good things come to an end. And before I knew it, it was time to say adios to Beau 113, the place I called home for 9 months. And even though I was sad to leave all my friends I just made, I knew it wouldn't be long before sophomore year would begin. And so, before I knew it, sophomore year started, and I knew I needed to get my act together. My title for sophomore year, I lived by the motto, worked hard, play hard. And I definitely did that. Instead of going out every single weekend, I spent numerous hours with my nose in a book, locked in my room. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty miserable. And because let's face it, when you study all the time, you're not the happiest person. So there would be days, or nights I should say, where my sisters would literally come in my room, be like, "Yo, Sarah, you need to come out." And they would pick out an outfit for me, do my hair, do my makeup, and don't get me wrong, I really love the princess treatment. And they taught me how to have a good time. And when I did, I made the most of it. And I realized you gotta work hard, but you even have to play hard too. Well, junior year came along, and for me, junior year, little did I know, would become my most influential year. For me, it was the year of leadership. I was blessed with 2 leadership opportunities that I will forever be grateful for and has really opened doors for me going into senior year. The first leadership position I received was actually a re-election as Vice President of Philanthropy for my sorority. With the help of my sisters, I was able to pull off and plan one of the biggest philanthropy events on campus, Aerobands, that's held annually in the fall, and it's a very successful event. I also revamped our philanthropic efforts from doing 3 events per calendar year to over 20. It's something I will always be proud of my chapter for. The second opportunity I was blessed with was being selected as Panhellenic President, which oversees all 4 sororities. And on a daily basis, I get to represent and serve over 100 women on this campus. I also got to go to a leadership academy in Indianapolis in January to learn more about how to be a servant leader. Alas, we arrived to senior year. And although I don't have a theme yet, but come May, I will whip up some kind of life motto or life lesson. But in the meantime, my senior year really consisted of 2 things. The first being my capstone. Like I said, my junior year was so influential to me that I decided to dedicate an entire capstone project on servant leadership. And I want to be able to give back what I've learned to emerging leaders in the college community, or to people that are leaders and just want to hear another opinion. The second thing that consumes my life, when I'm not working on my capstone or other homework, is job searching and updating my resume, because in a few short months I will have to start adulting. And Sarah and adulting should never be in the same sentence. If it's one thing that I've learned in college, other than liquor before beer, you're in the clear, and beer before liquor makes you sicker, it's definitely, don't forget why you come to college. You're here for a reason. You're here to make something of yourself for a brighter future. But you also have to have fun, because you're only in college once and you're never going to get this precious time back.
Thank you, Sarah.